Hey guys, welcome back to the React tutorial. So in this particular tutorial, we are just going to continue with where we had left. So I have my application running over here, and you can see Hello World GM Toots, and it is exactly the same point wherein we had left in the last video. So in this particular video, we are majorly going to concentrate on what are props and how to inspect the props in the React, dev tool, and what are prop types and how you can really use it. So just let me just go ahead and you know create you know mm, two components just to have a separation of concerns. So here what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this particular header and I'll just put it over here. Same time I'm just going to write something called as greetings, and I'm going to copy this particular part from here till here, and over here I'm just going to say you know first would be nothing but my header component, which is nothing but self closing tag, and then it's going to be greetings component. And once I save this, you can see the things are not working for us, and there's an error which says it is unrecognized by the browser. If you meant by rendering and React component, yes, I'm meaning to actually the meaning of these two statements are nothing but I'm creating two React components over here. It should start with the uppercase. So this is the first learning of the video. If at all you're creating any React component, it should start with uppercase. So here I'll just go ahead and change it to uppercase, and we'll just save it. Things are working fine, right? So let us just move ahead, and I'll just change, I'll just put my header as GM Toots. Let us just get rid of hello world now. And my greetings would be welcome to the world of React. I'll just put my name here, Garang, and my age. So I'm 100 years old. Yeah. So you can see things are working fine for me. So the next step would be I'll be passing Gaurang, my name and my age as parameters to this particular component. And how can I do that is I'll just write one attribute called name, and my name would be nothing but Gaurang. And there would be one more parameter which would be my age, and my age would be nothing but a number. This component, now these particular components which are attributes which are writing to this component called greetings, it should go to greeting component as props. So it should accept a property called props, and once I do that, I just have to you know replace by props dot name, and over here I have to replace it by props dot age. And once I save it, you can see things are working great over here. If I just name it to something like Tom, it'll be rendering over here. So now we are ultra sure about, we are passing the component, we are passing the name and age via props over here. There is one more beautiful feature of ES6 called destructuring. What I can do is I can create a constant and I can equate it to props. Now this is nothing but a destructuring object. I have to access name property and age property from props. So I just access it like this. I just write name comma age, you know now, right? So that means I am creating two constant variables from props, and which would be having access to props.name and props.age, and it will be directly creating constants from this particular, you know, props object. This is called as restructuring from ES6. It is an ES6 feature. So now here I can just remove this props and age, and things would be great for me. Yes, so things are looking good, right? So now, till now we have learned two things. The first thing is nothing but whenever we create any component, it to start with uppercase and the props, how to pass props. And there's one more thing actually. This is called as ES6 destructuring. Moving ahead, let us see. This is about what how to use props, right? Now there's one more thing from React. If we can just go to React, component, this website of React, you can see you can have a check, right? You can validate like whatever this particular component is receiving as props. You can validate the type of it. How we can do that? By using nothing but prop types. So firstly, I would like to just go ahead and copy this particular thing over here. Okay, and then I can just go over here and say greetings dot, you know prop type, and then I can just say nothing as name, and my name would be nothing but, you know, this particular prop type. My name should be of type string, and my age should be of type number, right? And once I save it, let me see if things are working cool for me. Yes, things are working great. Let us do one thing. Now I say that my age is going to be a number. Let me just go ahead and change my age to a string. Okay, so things are not really happening over here. Maybe I'm not using, let me be, so it is, oh, I'm using prototype. So it is nothing but prop types. So once I save it, you can see now it is throwing an error which says that, failed prop type, invalid prop age of type strings applied to greetings, expected is a number, right? So this is exactly saying, it is exactly catching up an error that you are saying that my age, my property, my greeting component should have two prop types called name and age. Age name should be a string, which is good, and age should be a number, and you're passing a string. Now this is a problem. So you can just directly go there and change it to a number, and once I save it, things would be good running for me, right? Even there is something called is required. So you can say that yes, in this component, name is optional and age is required, and name should be a string and age should be a number. So if I just go ahead and remove the age attribute from here, it'll show me an error, a warning error, which will say that age is marked as required in printing, but its value is undefined. So this is how you can evaluate the props of any particular, component. Moving ahead, there's one more thing. There's something called as, default props. So that means you can just set the value of props, default value of props. And how you can do that is I'll just copy the code from here and paste. Oh God. So let me just not do that. I'll just say greetings is my component, and it should be having nothing but default props. Oh, and the name should be nothing but wrong, and age should be 100. Once I save it, over here things are working great. Now even if I go ahead and remove these things from here, these attributes, it would be directly passed from here. So if I save it, still I'm having the same value. If I just go ahead and change it to Tom, it will react over here. So this is all about props and prop types. So hope you guys have learned a lot of things over here. So okay, so one more thing which I would really like to show you. You can anytime go ahead and see, look at your React tab. I'll just you know, open it up. If you can go there and go to string, you can anytime see age and name coming up over here. Age and name properties. So so props are always going to be read only. They cannot change. Once they are passed to a component, it cannot be changed. So props are always going to be read only. And this is how you can really say header doesn't have any props, but greetings have props, age and name. So this is it, guys. So thanks a lot for watching this. If at all you find out things that you are learning, things at a good pace, please subscribe to the channel and help me grow. Thanks a lot.